even though I'm not in any way.
Nobody's going on a plane anytime soon, guys. I am actually getting ready to go on a plane and go back home to Colorado for a week, and I'm so terrified of taking off and landing. Why is that the most terrifying experience of my life every time? I was just talking to my friend how, like, you're sitting in the chair, you have to go through every, like, prayer, every, like, make sure everybody's taken care of, and make sure everybody tells them I love them. So funny. So funny. All right. There's still more debris from separate planes because they wanted to get more of a, spooky effect. Alright. So, and even Steven Spielberg would call the cast stuff and the crew and said, any old giveaway donation stuff, Goodwill, bring it all over here. They all did, and they just threw it all over the place. Now this is actually a really great picture spot. If anybody wants a picture, please wave your cameras over. Yeah, you got it. Oh yeah, that's great. Especially with the sun. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Their houses that are ready to be torn down. When they were redoing the Cesar Chavez Ravine for Dodgers, go Dodgers, for our baseball stadium out here, they needed to get rid of the neighborhood that they were taking over. They were just going to destroy all the houses and then they would have to worry about the rubble. So Universal came through and said, we'll buy the houses, but you got to give us a bargain on them because we're going to have the cost of moving all of the houses. So they said, how about a penny a house? We said, we'll take that deal.
My goodness.
So, several of these houses were actual transplant houses. People used to live in them, and we've just now brought them here. Some of them we did construct for our own purposes, like Edie Britt's house. The one at the end of the street, that one is what we call a practical set, because you can shoot both exterior scenes and interior scenes inside it. You could do a long sweeping shot of the whole street, come right up through the front door into the living room, all in one take. Comes in pretty handy. We've built in some film-friendly elements to that house, like movable walls, right? Because sometimes we have large equipment, a huge production crew. They all have to be behind the scenes while the action is going on in front of the camera. We have to make room for them. So sometimes we'll just move the wall right out of the way. This is Mrs. Huber's house, the second one after that huge storm came through and tore down the first one. Mike the plumber first joined the ladies of Wisteria Lane in this green house.
Actually, what happened is I'm pretty sure that home is not, like, it's in the same area, but it's not the same home. I'm pretty sure.
Smash Mouth's All-Star shot here. Right? The yellow house that belongs to Susan was used in Casper. That's where Christina Ricci lives. Yeah. So they can be used over and over again. Because taking a look from right here on either side, you kind of can't see where the street ends, right? You don't necessarily know that that's a loop. It could just be that it goes on. Same thing down this side. The street will curve, giving you the impression that the neighborhood continues. It's a large neighborhood, any residential area that could be your neighbors, could be your own homes on this street, as opposed to, well, there's a theme park like a few hundred yards away, right? The camera can't see it, so the audience will never know. But really, one of our biggest moneymakers is commercials that will come in here from one day to the next. We'll have one more production, another production, different production. This house, I think, was changed over 4 times in 1 week. It went from Christmas, it was an Easter holiday commercial, it was a commercial for a cell phone, I believe T-Mobile, and one more was JCPenney. So they changed the look of it from one day to the next. It was kind of fun working here. That one, you never know what you're going to find. And ornaments were constantly littering around for the Christmas holiday one that they did. We will change the look of these buildings. Sometimes we can put a different brick, because what you see, that stone right there, is really just a fiberglass mold with a nice paint job on top. It makes it much easier for us to change the look of it, to peel off those panels of fiberglass rather than pull apart brick by brick or stone by stone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy enough to slap a new coat of paint, like Gabby's house. You probably remember, the fans of the show probably remember that it was a bright gold for Gabby Solis. And we put a nice little khaki color on it. Changes the look of it. But if you remember Harvey with Jimmy Stewart, this was his house. The big invisible bunny.
Random question.
Yeah.
What do you call this tree?
This tree?
Because it looks like a potokawa, but I know you won't call it a potokawa.
I've heard that they're called bottle brush trees.
That's what they're in Australia. Okay.
Yeah, because that's actually, I believe you guys have the same kind of tree, right?
Very similar.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
exact
did
same.
not know they
Yeah, actually, yeah. There was actually one tree from Australia that they brought over here. Listen by.
How y'all doing?
That's awesome. So many cool
The Wildies.
That's right.
You feel cool?
So welcome to the heart of our property department, guys. Anyone from anywhere can come here and use our resources, even you guys. So if you have a set that needs to be set decorated, you can come right here. That's what's so cool about Universal Studios. We're not just exclusive to Universal Pictures. Disney Studios comes out here, they use our props. WB's right across the street. Big Bang Theory drives right over here, loads up all of our props, and then takes it right back to their studio as well. Now we house over 1.5 million props in our property department. That's insane. How do we keep track of everything? We use a barcode system. You scan them in and you scan them out, just like a library, basically. And it's the same thing for Bates Motel. They sketched all photographs of all of our original set pieces, but a lot of it's filmed in Toronto, just because it's cheaper, apparently. Yeah. I think we got just about everybody. There's Mary. Awesome. So welcome inside of Soundstage 43, guys. You guys are pretty lucky, actually, because typically we go inside of Soundstage 44. Not a lot of people get to go inside of this soundstage, which is pretty awesome. Right now, we're in Soundstage 43. This is currently home to the production Parenthood, but this is not the only production. The flower, the plant life, all fake. We use hot lights when filming. Our flowers will die very easily, but this is where we'll shoot outside scenes on the front porch and really give it the feeling that it could be 7 a.m. in the morning. There's a sunrise. Monica Potter maybe having a mug of tea or some coffee, just watching it. Come right on in. What is the first thing you guys notice that's missing inside of this room? That's right. Guys, go and watch all your favorite television shows. You're never going to see the ceiling. Here in America, we don't like shadows. We want to make sure everything looks perfect. And in order to make sure every actor looks perfect, we use lighting. And in order to put enough room for our lights, we take out the ceiling, we put the lights directly above us, as well as the catwalk for all of our crewmen as well. We have sound operators, so they have to have a room too with all of the boom mics. They can do that right from here as well. Sometimes we will cover the ceiling though, a little bit of light, you won't know the difference. And we do use a little trick. We take a ceiling light and we lower it down, we put it in the camera shot. Your imagination is creating the idea that there is a ceiling directly above us. we're actually going to go right inside the living room. You'll see some examples of the ceiling light. And what's really cool, too, is you guys came at a perfect time. They're going to reveal a few set pieces inside of here that's going to reveal a portion of the story. Let's go ahead, let's go in. We were visiting the prop department talking about set decoration to help tell the story. This is exactly the same scenario when we walk right inside of here. Only, it's really for a real television show. How awesome is that? Ooh. So take a look. Here you go. This is Monica Potter right here. She plays Christina Braverman, but it also looks like she's running for a little bit of an office. Pretty awesome. Yes, there is a lot of stuff around, so just watch around you. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but these are the types of things that help tell the story. Also, take a look at the set decoration around us in this home. These are the types of things that the set decorator talks about. What do these people wear? What are their interests? What do they shop for? When you go over to Grandma and Grandpa's home, it's a bohemian, antique flair. But when you come inside of here, this looks like a family, a very modern family. And it seems like it's a little bit more of a middle class, but a little upper middle class as well. Looks like they got a little bit of taste. It's pretty nice. What about the kitchen? We don't have wood everywhere. We have a tiled floor, a lot of chrome-like types of things as well. So these are the types of things that we use as well when we're talking about set decorating. Now the kitchen, the plumbing works, the refrigerator doesn't. It creates a buzz you can hear on camera, can get a little bit annoying. So what we'll do is we'll put a light inside. The actor opens the refrigerator, the light turns on, your imagination works out that, the refrigerator is working. Sometimes though, we also use fake food. You can't know the difference on camera. However, now you can. We're filming with Blu-ray, HD. You guys can literally count the sweat beads off of people's faces. So we gotta up our A game. We do a little thing called schlacking, where we'll take the real food, we give it a thin plastic coating. Is it real? Technically, I guess, yeah. Can it be eaten? No. But it gives the feeling on camera that it is real. So we do a lot of these things where we have to create these types of realistic things. Pretty cool. Now, where's the second floor? It's actually right next to us. We're gonna walk through it. Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Here, you guys can follow me. It's going to be a little bit of a narrow hallway because these are just bedrooms like a bedroom, right?
They'll do that usually with maybe two, but usually it's just the one and it's just redecorated.
This is Max's room. This is their son who has autism, if you've seen the show. And he's a fantastic actor. He portrays it so well. What about this staircase that leads to the second floor? It's right here. Just with camera placement, we create the idea that these people are walking up the stairs. You guys can feel a little bit more supportive if you'd like to. Just be very careful when we're walking around. Some of these walls move. They have wheels on them, or they can be lifted. They are wild walls. Mom and Dad's bedroom is right in here. Christina and Adam Braverman. This looks like it's a public restroom that all the kids use as well. And it does look very realistic. There's no ceiling. You can take a look at some of the photographs as well. Some of these are the actors will donate. We'll do on-location shots with the cast as a family, independent shots. You'll notice some pictures are all over the place, like this one right here. It's the same one right over here.
Looks like a photograph. This is what we stayed in.